Our first guests tonight are a talented trio from Ireland, England, and Americaland. Each is Oscar nominated for their roles in the explosive Christopher Nolan epic Oppenheimer, which is nominated for a lot of Oscars.
Can you explain quantum mechanics to me? Seems baffling.
Yes, it is. Well, this glass, this drink, this countertop, our bodies, all of it. It's mostly empty space. Groupings of tiny energy waves bound together.
By what?
Forces of attraction strong enough to convince us that matter is solid. Stop my body passing through yours.
Oppenheimer is in theaters and on Peacock now. Please welcome Cillian Murphy, Emily Blunt, and Robert Downey Jr. Treat. Thank you all for coming together. Dare I say, this may be the most sophisticated panel we've ever had here at the show.
I didn't know you were running a panel show.
Oh, yes. Yes, we are.
Be a part of it.
Yeah, we made some changes. The president feels that some changes are needed in the show. Well, it's great to have you here. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
This is a movie that did you ever see that billboard on La Cienega? It had how many hours until Oppenheimer comes out?
Oh, yeah.
And it was like, it started like, I don't know, like 15,000 hours, and it would count down backwards. And I thought, well, I won't be alive to see this when it comes out. But eventually it will come out.
I don't want to say you're wrong right away. I was going to wait a minute. But the countdown is actually to the anniversary of the Trinity test. I, too, thought it was when the movie's coming out, because all I think about is movies. But Chris Nolan actually had the clock was ticking down to the anniversary of, I'll say it again, the Trinity test.
I like the way you said Trinity.
So,
Know that.
interesting.
I got a fan. I have one fan in the audience.
So Chris Nolan spent who knows how many tens of thousands of dollars on a billboard that in no way promoted this film. Interesting.
High
All right.
level.
But here we are.
That's what this panel's about.
You guys have been doing, I know you've been doing Q&As, and you've been at a lot of the award shows and whatnot. And I just want to ask, Robert, I want to ask you something, because you've been having a good time at Emily's expense. You said the following. You said, ignore Emily, she ate a bad clam last night at one Q&A. Ignore Emily, she's tripping on mushrooms at another. Go easy on Emily tonight, she's had a few margaritas.
Yeah.
Emily's peeking on a weed gummy right now. And ignore Emily, she's wearing a Z-pack of rash cream.
No.
Oh.
Listen, here's the thing. This is going to be such low-hanging fruit, because I've lost my voice. I sound like I've been raving. I could be on a weed gummy for all we know.
How did you lose your voice?
Because I was screaming at you to take a Z-pack for your chlamydia that
you... It's like that.
He would do this to me before every very serious Q&A about this very important movie, and it just kind of set the right tone. You know?
And now you actually have something going.
Now I actually have lost my voice, yeah.
You, I mentioned this long lead up, and then you guys and correct me if I have this wrong, at the premiere in London, it just so happened to be right when the writer's strike started. Yeah. And you guys got up and left in solidarity with the strike. You left the premiere. Now, and we all know actors never leave a premiere. They always stay for the whole movie, right? For sure.
I think, where did you go, Cillian?
In true Irish fashion, I went to the bar.
You went to the bar?
Straight away.
We went to the bar in solidarity.
Yeah.
Did you go to the bar together in solidarity?
I think a few of us went. Even this one went, which normally, I have to say, when Downey goes to a party afterwards, like, you will do this thing. What do you say when you proclaim that you're about to leave? You say, guys, we're going in T-minus...
I say T-minus 3 minutes.
T-minus 3 minutes. And then he just vaporizes. He leaves so fast.
The countdown to the Trinity test happens and he's gone. How long were you at the bar?
We stayed till 4 a.m.
It was a good night, yeah.
Oh, that is a really good night.
Yeah. Those incredible eyes were like Cookie Monster by the end of the night. It was amazing.
Because was the thinking now we don't have to get up in the morning and promote this movie?
Correct.
Yeah. Wow. You really made lemons out of lemonade there. Emily, I know you brought your parents to the BAFTAs.
I did.
And your parents are
so
lovely people. Were they? How were they at the BAFTAs?
Honestly, they were so cute. I mean, it was the first time I've heard them give each other proper compliments in years. I mean,
really?
Yeah, it was amazing. Like Dad was like, "Darling, you look absolutely gorgeous," to my mum.
And that's not
and
typical?
Mum was like, "You look very trim, Oliver, very handsome." You know.
Have they been at these award shows with you regularly?
No, I mean, I think they came to the BAFTAs like years and years and years ago. But they're great company. I mean, they were thrilled to meet people, you know. This one, you whipped my mum into an Argentine tango as soon as you saw her. She's never been the same.
I saw her and I said, "We're gonna dance."
Yeah. Oh, she was thrilled.
I bet,
And then she met Gosling, and that was it.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, that was it.
Oh, interesting.
Like, I bumped into him on the carpet. I said, "Would you ever say hello to my parents?" And then afterwards she goes, "You know, you look really great in that white suit." And I was like, hose yourself off.
He's hard to resist. I mean,
True.
certainly. So I think, correct me again if I have anything wrong, this is your first time working with Christopher Nolan, and you've worked with Christopher Nolan on almost all of his movies, right?
I think Michael Caine has the record.
Michael Caine, right.
Yeah, this was the 6th one with Chris.
Wow.
Yeah.
Will it be weird now when he does a movie that you're not in? Will you feel left out?
Don't say it. You'll cry.
I don't mind, actually, because then it means I can go to the cinema and really enjoy it without looking at myself, which I don't like to do. So I remember seeing Interstellar. You know, I'm not in that one.
Uh-huh.
But I really enjoyed it. So, you know, I win or lose each way.
You enjoy it less when you're watching yourself?
I mean, yeah, doesn't everyone?
I probably. No, there's a few people. Emily,
I feel
you
like
it
most actors are not as... They don't find it as painful as you, maybe.
I can tell you that tens of millions of people loved watching you in this movie.
Where did you shoot the movie? In what area did you shoot most of the film?
It was all around. We shot a lot in New Mexico, around Los Alamos, where the actual Trinity test happened. And then we were in Princeton, and we were in Los Angeles.
Did you guys all stay together? I know you guys were, some of you weren't in scenes with each other sometimes.
We did.
But
The first section, what was the area called? Abercrombie?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And we stayed in this hotel that was a bit scary.
Oh, was?
Yeah, I mean, every penny is reserved for the screen in a Chris Nolan movie. So it kind of was like a cell block of little cabins, and I definitely pushed my suitcase against the door. And
is that right?
yeah, and like Matt Damon was there, and Josh Hartnett and Dane DeHaan, and I said, like, if you hear me scream, I need all of you to come running. Like, all of you.
Did you test them? I bet Matt wouldn't have come running.
No.
Probably wouldn't even
the
rolled
worst.
over. He'd be like, So you all like kind of lived together in this community.
No, be honest. Be
I
honest.
jetted in a G650 and stayed at a place called the Inn of the Five Graces. And while Cillian was at the Comfort Inn, I was getting shots.
Did you know that going in? Did you size this place up and say, yeah, I'm not staying there?
I knew that my dry cleaning budget exceeded my salary, and I was going to have to come out of pocket.
So that's the real, I mean, that's why you get into the Marvel business, because you don't have to stay at the Comfort Inn.
That's right.
What other
Damon's-
kind of great digs did they have you put up at?
The Holiday Express?
Holiday Inn Express, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
that's one
Holiday
of our
Inn
Is
finest
Express.
that
days.
better than Holiday Inn or a little worse than Holiday Inn?
I think it...
Because
More
it seems like...
efficient, I think.
Was it efficient? Was it a pleasant stay?
Yes. I mean, Chris and Emma also stayed there, so just to make that clear.
Okay,
Cillian,
all right.
you're so protective and so nice.
I feel bad.
Such a good soldier.
Yeah, well, they have to stay there if you're staying there, for sure.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
example they set, though. They're willing to make as many sacrifices as they ask anyone else to make, which drove me crazy while I was antiquing in Santa Fe.
We're going to take a break. The cast of Oppenheimer is with us. Cillian, Emily, Robert. We'll be right back.
He wanted to be the man who moved the earth. He talks about putting the nuclear genie back in the bottle. Well, I'm here to tell you that I know J. Robert Oppenheimer, and if he could do it all over, he'd do it all the same. You know he's never once said that he regrets Hiroshima? He'd do it all over. Why? Because it made him the most important man.
That is Robert Downey Jr., Cillian Murphy, Emily Blunt. The cast of Oppenheimer is here. They're nominated for how many Oscars is the movie nominated for? Do you know offhand?
I think it's like 214. Somewhere in that 212.
How much money did the movie make worldwide? Do you know? I actually do know the answer to that question. It's almost $1 billion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. And does that make you a little, does that annoy you a little, again, thinking about that hotel you were in? $1 billion. They could have carved a little bit out for accommodations, yes?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. You lost a lot of weight for this movie. How many pounds did you lose for the movie?
Oh, I'm not entirely. I stopped kind of weighing myself. You know, after a while, you can
When
tell.
it wasn't registering on the scale.
Oh man. I was, you know, you can kind of tell by how the clothes hang and by, you know, how awful you feel and look.
Can I ask
How
you a
your
dumb
skin
question?
hangs.
Yes.
Here's a dumb question.
Sad.
Why did you lose so much weight? Like, did anyone tell you that Americans have no idea what Robert Oppenheimer looked like? Like, we do not know. You could have been 400 pounds. We're like, oh, yeah, Oppenheimer was a fat guy. Real fat guy.
It's a good question. I just thought it would. He was very, very obsessed about. Not obsessed. He was insecure about his, you know, physicality. But you had this brilliant, this hugely strong mind and this really frail body. So it was kind of useful.
I see. Interesting. So it helped you kind of get there.
Yeah.
And what's the worst thing about being that thin?
All of it. I didn't enjoy any of it. I don't recommend any of it. I mean, I think it's going to bed hungry is not. I wouldn't do that. But by choice.
But by
Sound
the
like
way,
Tiny Tim or something.
And
Put
you
your
were
crutches
so
aside.
cold. You were always so cold.
Oh yeah, it was cold all the time.
Oh, because you have no body fat?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, because my wife is always cold, and I'm never cold. And I finally figured it out many years later. So, yeah, I have a thick layer of fat keeping me warm.
correspondingly, Matt Damon played Groves, and Groves was quite rotund, and I don't know if Matt really took it upon himself to gain the right amount of weight.
You think that that's how he walked in the door? Or waddled in the door? Or whatever he did in the door?
Are you guys still not getting along?
Yeah, let's just say it's going to be a while before we see eye to eye.
Do you know he's in LA right now?
I've heard that.
Didn't make the cut.
Did you notice he's not here?
I did.
He said he was
Matt.
tech avail. I don't know why you didn't walk him on.
I get a notice from the TSA whenever he lands at LAX, so I can be aware. So you're cold.
Yeah.
You're starving.
Yeah.
You're nude also. You're cold, starving, and nude, which must have made you extra cold.
That's how we like him.
Yeah.
Do they warm it up for you?
No, I remember, you know, the final sequence, the big kind of interrogation sequence, or that's when he's losing his clearance right at the end of the movie. That Chris liked to keep the AC on during the shoot. That particular part of it.
So that he'll spend money on.
Yeah.
So he keeps the AC on. Why?
I mean, I think because the character's being humiliated and he feels awful, and I was so hungry and so cold, it kind of helped, I suppose.
I think you should tell Chris this was your last movie together. I think you've given enough. I mean, listen, he's a great filmmaker and all that stuff, but he's abusing you. It's really, it's too much already. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but, well, as people are watching this right now, it is after midnight in the United States, and it's somebody's birthday today, Emily Blunt's birthday, in fact. Are you aware of it?
My present.
You're welcome.
I love it. I think you chose it, didn't you?
I did not choose it.
I do love my present.
My wife
Thank
chose
you.
it, but
I thought so.
Did you gentlemen get Emily anything for her birthday?
Did you guys?
Not to put you on the spot.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm so excited. What did you?
Tomorrow.
Did you?
Yeah.
So you'll see.
You do have till tomorrow. You do have till
You got till
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
I've already got it, and it's from your year of birth, and it's easily going to be the best birthday present you ever.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow, I feel like he's
Sorry,
telling
Murphy.
the truth
Good luck
this
keeping
time.
it together.
Thanks, Downey.
Is it a Z-pack of rash cream?
I got you a voucher for the Holiday Inn Express.
That's very sweet. That's thoughtful. So many memories.
Perfect.
Is it a situation where, like on movies, where you give each other a gift at the beginning or the end or even
We usually
during?
do wrap gifts, but I quite like a start, and I like to do it, bookend it. I
Nice.
didn't get you anything, but we didn't really have any scenes together.
Oh, but
I'm
don't worry,
sorry.
I got myself plenty of stuff.
Antiquing.
She got me a very nice pillow.
A pillow.
I did. Well, I felt at the holiday, no knock on the Holiday Express pillows, but
So much for the endorsement.
yeah. I just felt Cillian needed, probably even more than food, was sleep on this movie. So I got him this very beautiful pillow that I'm obsessed with these pillows.
Oh.
It's a Hastings pillow.
Oh, yes, I've heard of those, yeah.
Yeah, so I gave him this pillow, but it turned out... Do you mind if I tell the story?
I mean, you're gonna.
I'm going to tell you. So he was really luxuriating in this pillow one night, and he woke up in the middle of the night. This is what he told me the next day. And he went to fluff himself back down in the pillow, misjudged
side.
where it was. The cool side, flipped it, cool side, and smashed his head open on the bedside table. So
This is
came
during
to work
shooting?
and they had to like glue
Yeah.
his head shut.
They glued your head shut?
Yeah, Louisa Abel, our amazing makeup designer.
I heard she's one of the best head gluers in the business.
She is.
A great head glue.
I was a bit shocked, I mean, I was having a great sleep, and I had this amazing pillow, and then it was a strange bed, strange table. It was bang.
Did you finish the night's sleep, or did you get up and seek medical attention at that time?
Well, we were getting up like before it was bright, like at 2 a.m. or something, so 3 a.m. So I called her then, and I just came in, and then she glued my head and covered it all up, and you don't even see it in the movie, I think.
Did you make a noise? Like, did Matt Damon come running to your room? I have one more Matt Damon thing, because I thought was very, very interesting.
Matt Damon told me that Cillian is the worst dinner companion imaginable.
I mean, I don't blame you. I really don't. What kind of a rude, insensitive, why?
That's gonna be a new meme. They keep making memes out of Cillian because
man.
he doesn't mask it. He just doesn't mask it. No, that's messed up. That
This
you
is a
said
person who probably doesn't know how to operate a spoon, saying you're the worst dinner guest.
that. Yeah, but he wasn't with us the Cookie Monster night. He hasn't seen him rage. He hasn't seen it.
Do you rage?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you do?
Go on, say it.
I mean, I like a drink occasionally.
But do you rage?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm nearly 50, man. You can't rage anymore at that age, can you?
He rages.
You rage?
Yeah.
All right. Well, all right. Next time, maybe we rage. For Oppenheimer 2, we'll rage, okay?
Brave up.
Well, it's very good to see you guys. Thank you so much for coming. I'll see you all at the Oscars.
Yes.
Wait.
We are looking
How
forward
are you
to...
feeling about it?
I'm feeling fine. I'm
You're
feeling
going to host
warm.
the heck out of it.
Well,
You
we'll
are.
see.
You're gonna
We'll see.
crush it.
Cillian Murphy, Emily Blunt, Robert Downey Jr., Oppenheimer.